Good morning to everyone. Thank you for joining, even if it's early. Today, we will cover Lyceum practice test paper, and we will do test monster, test 3. I will work with your vocabulary, okay? If you will have any questions, please do message or turn on your microphones and you can speak. We will start with the test. Can you see clearly? Maybe there are any dots as it happened last time. Practice test paper. No extra things? Okay, that's great. Guys, there is something making noise. Can you turn off your microphones, everyone? Okay, thank you. Now we can start. If you can see everything clearly, let's start with the section 1 about the use of English. Just type your answers as we read along, okay? Becoming a costume designer, first reading. It's difficult to find a job in costume design as it's very popular, but you work hard and you are good. Great. Hard and you are good at it. Great. You will do well. Costume design, research design, and prepare costumes. Question 3. Exactly, mainly. Mainly for theaters, but also for film and TV productions. To be a costume designer, you have to be exactly interested in theater, film, and drama, and have knowledge of fashion and art. You will great, you will attend. You will attend meetings with directors and managers to discuss the costumes and how much will be exactly spent on them. You to be you are much better than the previous class. You need to be able to draw and work hard because costumes are often produced in a very short time. They are several ways. You all agree? Okay, half of you saying it's D and half saying it's B. Okay, more of you saying it's D, I will mark as a D. You will take it fully as a homework still. 10th one. Some people a job with a company and learn while they're working. Others do a course at an art school. Okay, great. Now let's look at this next one. For each question, mark the correct letter A, B, C, or D, the same as the first one. Advertising. When a company wants to increase the sales of a product, it will usually advertise. An advertisement says, indicates, tells, or announces. Well done, Irada. It is tells. Okay, it tells us what products are available, and it also approves, suggests, wins, persuades. Exactly, it persuades us. It encourages us to buy. Azbek Tahirbekov. Would you mind to answer also? Next one. Nowadays, we see many different of advertisements. Methods, kinds, systems, or ways of advertisement, what we see. Let me do this one so you can see more, probably better. Now their options are methods, kinds, or systems, or ways. Kinds. Okay, not bad. Next one, 14th. They can appear on the sides of vehicles, on the clothes we wear, as well as on television and radio, but the of all advertisement is the same. Yeah, aim is the same. And last one, they try to or attention and get us to buy particular product. Really? Bring our attention? They try to attract our attention. If there was the word grab, then that would be suitable, but not bring. We will do section 2, first reading together because it's quite small and it's doable. But the next reading you will do at home because it's long and it requires lots of thinking from you. Let's read together. Maybe some of the groups have already done this reading. if your memory is good, you will remember, but the rest of you have to read it and try to understand. I will highlight here the important parts. Henry James is one of America's greatest novelists and author of The Turn of the Screw, a well-known short ghost story published in 1898. It's a story that many people have made into films and operas. One of the best operas is one written by Benjamin Britten in the mid-20th century. The book is about the governess who looks after two children in the house, which has no near neighbors. Okay, we have two children. The story is both haunting and frightening. The children, Flora and Miles, are charming to their teacher. But, okay, they are charming. But when she starts to see the figures of a man and woman in the garden, she begins to believe that supernatural forces possess them and will lead to their destruction. The reader and the listener sometimes wonder if the governess is mad, because both author and composer cleverly leave a lot of room for the reader's listener's own terrible thoughts and ideas. Okay, that's interesting. Ghost stories and music have a similar effect on us. The best ghost stories try to get into our minds. Okay, similar effect part. And music has the power to get past our conscious thought and appeal directly to our feelings and emotions. So the terrifying production that opened last night at the Covent Garden Opera House is successful for two reasons. First, because it has a great author and composer, and second, because your imagination takes over from your sensible mind. Very, very interesting reading. Okay, I hope you have finished reading as well. So here we have three options. We can say either it's true, false, or doesn't say. Henry James and Benjamin Britten worked together on The Turn of the Screw. Is it true or false? Here's the Henry James. And here's a Benjamin Britten. He's the author of a story published in 1898, whereas Benjamin Britten was in the mid-20s. Okay, Jamshid is saying it's false. Do you agree, guys? Flora and Miles are brother and sister. True, false, or doesn't say. True? Where does it say that they are brother and sister? Here it says the book is about the governess who looks after two children in the house which has no near neighbors. The story is both haunting and frightening. The children, Flora and Miles, are charming to their teacher, but it doesn't say maybe they are cousins. Maybe they are brother and sister, but the text doesn't say so. That's why it will be doesn't say blue. Miles and Flora die at the end of both the novel and the opera. Doesn't say, as Lutin is saying, it doesn't say. Okay, Sophia saying it doesn't say. Jamshid Rashidov, more or less, he is saying it doesn't say. Others? Okay, if you will disagree with this option, you can change it because you will take half of this test as a homework. The author doesn't give all the details in the story, so the reader has to imagine some of them. Is it true or false? Okay, Jasmine is saying it's true. Okay, we have two reasons to say that it's true. First, in this paragraph, in the second one, it says cleverly leave a lot of room for the reader's, listener's own terrible thoughts and ideas. And the last one, your imagination takes over from your sensible mind. So that's why we can count it as 100% true. The best supernatural tales have something in common with music. Because here it says ghost stories and music have a similar effect. So we have the first hint. The best ghost stories try to get into our minds, and music has the power to go past our conscious thought and appeal directly. So it means they have something in common. Congratulations, we have finished the first reading. But the second reading is a little bigger than the first one. Plus, it requires you to put the sentences into correct places. So that's why you will take the second part of the reading as a homework. Is it clear? This reading, read the article about how people in different parts of the world greet each other. This reading and dancing in the forest will go as a homework. Because they cannot be done online, you have to read through, proofread. And it's not only about true, false, you have to really think about the place of those sentences. If it's clear, I will move on to writing section. Writing section is the last section. First, as usually, you have to write task 1, and it will be in the form of a letter or email. So first one requires you to write a letter applying for a job that you have seen in a newspaper. So now you don't have to make up a story about where have you seen the advertisement. It's in a newspaper. Say what job you are applying for. Provide information about yourself, for example, where you are from and what you are doing at the moment. Explain why you would like to, get the job and why you would be so suitable for it. And of course, if you will have some relevant questions, you may ask. So now let's discuss it. What kind of job you might be applying for?
Chef or cooking.
What booking? I misheard you. Cooker. Okay. It will depend on your age. Because when you will say about, for example, providing personal information, and you will say that you are a student at school or at college, you cannot say that you're applying for a bigger job. Make sure it's all logical. Okay. Assistant. So I assume you want to say that you are a student at college. Manager. Okay. These are good ones. So now you have the options here. Yeah, you can say that you're also a programmer. So this part is your purpose part, right? So you are writing this letter because you have seen advertisement newspaper and you want to get the position of a cook or waiter, chef, assistant manager, or programmer. Provide information about yourself, for example, where you're from and what you're doing at the moment. You can pick any country that you want, any city that you want as a place you're from, or you can say I'm from this country, but I'm currently living there. What place you wish. And what you're doing at the moment. You can say that you are a student. You can say you are a graduate. You can say that you're experienced in this job here. Why you think you are suitable for it. So you will say I'm suitable for this job because I'm experienced. I have worked in this field or sphere before for 5 years. But if you are a student, if you will say in the second part that you are a student, you cannot say that you have experience for like 5 years because it's illogical for you to have such experience while being a student. So be careful with the second part. And explain why you would like the job and why you think it will be suitable. So why you would like to get exactly this job. What can be the reasons there behind for you to choose exactly this job? If you are a graduate, you can say that you are qualified for this job. If you are a student, you can say you are interested and you want to get an experience. Do you have any other ideas to add for this section? No? Okay. Then now we need reasons why we think that we are suitable for this job. As Camila said, you can say that you're experienced. No, for high salary, no. High salary, why you are interested in this job, but you have to say why you are suitable for this job. So as most of you will say that you are a student, you are studying, you can say that the field that you are studying currently is directly related to this job. Make sure that you state the proper job position to say these things. But if you want to say like working as a waiter or as a cooker or as a chef, you can say that you want to just have a income. You want to work as a part-time. And what kind of relevant questions you may have in this job position? What interests you when you are applying for a new job? Exactly, working hours, salary, schedule. Yeah, what days you will be working. Uniform. Okay, insurance. Do they have insurance cover? But remember, you are not allowed to list all these questions saying, my first question is about my working hours, my second question about the salary, third one about the schedule, and fourth about uniform. No, you are not allowed to do this. Pick 2 questions and ask. And do not say, I have 2 questions in the email. Say, I would like to have more information regarding the working hours and the salary or payment. Make sure that you're asking the questions in the best manner. Be kind. In your emails that was sent on Saturday, you wrote around 100 words. Guys, 100 words is not an email. It says you to write from between 150 to 170. It means writing 100 words is under the word count, so your mark will be reduced. And you having 100 words, it means you will get around 6 to 7 marks, and with the reduced one, they're close to 0. So don't risk. And as you have these bullet points here, they've been included here for a reason. You have to have paragraphs. Do not write like this one. Let me show in this reading illustration. Like this, all together. It's unacceptable. Have paragraphs like this one, separated from one to another. Okay, now we can move to task 2. It's here. Can you see task 2 here? Is it clear on your screen? Okay, great. The internet has transformed the way information is shared and consumed, but has also created problems that didn't exist before. What are the most serious problems associated with the internet and what solutions can you suggest? What type of essay is it? Who knows? Do I need to have B3 here in this essay? Exactly, no B3, but does this essay require from me to write about the advantages of information shared? Do I need to state the benefits of the internet here? Well, I am asking you guys, do we? Do I need it here? The task is asking, look, what are the most serious problems associated with the internet and what solutions can you suggest? So here, my opinion, first of all, not asked. Second of all, the task is not asking for me to write about the benefits. It's just saying that it has the benefit, but it also has the problems. So what are those problems? And how those problems can be solved. That's it. We have two tasks. State the problem and give the solution. Two problems need to be stated. One is not enough. Second one, propose solutions. So if I have two problems, can I have one solution for both of them? Exactly. It's not allowed. If I have two problems, I should have two solutions. Otherwise, you are not solving the problem. Exactly, it should be equal. In our conclusion, am I allowed to say, okay, I think one of these solutions are the best? Can I take sides? Can I somehow state my opinion? Okay, great, great. So in this essay, I should not see from you I's. There is no I in this essay. Yeah, general. So here in your conclusion, what you have to do, you have to give the summary. So what was the problem and how this problem could be solved? You just restate it. Okay, now thesis statement. What this essay will do. Can you give me an example for this task? Give me thesis statement. Simple one will do. Okay, you can say this essay will discuss these problems and solutions, but it will be quite simple. Of course, Jasmine, you can say the principal cause is this one and the solutions could be this one. You can state. one of them. We can say that internet has caused certain problems, and then that this essay will propose some solutions. We can also state this one. So the thesis statement shouldn't be hard for you to write. You will just paraphrase basically this section, the second part of the essay. Okay, from Iroda, this essay will argue the main problems of internet, okay, and will suggest solutions. Okay, from Rana, this essay considers problems of internet and give solutions. Yeah, not bad. These are suitable. Okay, now guys, can you tell me 2 problems that internet has caused? Main 2 problems. Why we don't like internet? What problems it's causing? Ads is not a problem. Addiction. Okay. Bullying and crimes. Okay, let me do this one. Addiction. Crimes. By access to everything, what do you mean? Access to what exactly? By dangerous sites, it means, for example, doesn't suit your age. There is a certain website sites that has the age limit. For example, you should be 18 and above to see the content. But you can, in the internet, you can just lie. You will just tick the section where it says, I'm 20, I'm 21. Whereas your age is 14, 15. So it's easy to grab an access to dangerous sites. And there is lots of hacking. And please do not give offensive problems, saying that children are getting silly, stupid, they develop slowly. These arguments, they are not suitable. Avoid having weak arguments. Go for the bigger one. Okay, and fraud. What is fraud, guys? Fraud when people lie. There's lots of people on internet, they lie to you. They say, okay, you can buy this one, you can buy that one, but first you have to give me this money, and they take the money, but they don't tell you, they don't give you anything. It's lying. It's a criminal offense. Okay, now we have 4, but you have to pick only 2 of them. And you have to connect this. So your problem should be directly connected to your solutions. How can we prevent the addiction? How can we solve the addiction problem? What can be done? Okay, parents should control timing. Guys, when you message, can you refer to everyone, not only to me, because others cannot see your ideas? Why helpful advertisements? We are not giving the advantages. We are saying we are giving solution for the addiction. How this problem can be solved. Okay, timing must be controlled. Next one, bullying and crimes. What can we do with this part? No ideas of how to solve this problem? If you will not have ideas, I will cross out this point. Okay, it goes out. Next one, access to dangerous sites, how it can be controlled. Access to dangerous sites. Turn on safe using. Will you turn on by yourself? You know, some of the websites in Uzbekistan is banned. You cannot have an access. You click on the website, but it doesn't go. It says the content is forbidden or it's banned. It doesn't give the access. So the government, in this case, should put a legislation or should impose some law that forbids dangerous sites to protect youngsters or anyone, because in those dangerous sites can be anything. They can be fraud, they can be some crime, or something that doesn't suit to your age. Okay, fourth one, hacking and fraud. How can we stop this one? Mostly, who gets hacked? Let's move the fraud part because crime is related. Hacking. Do ordinary people get hacked? Or big companies or government entities? Yeah, more known people, right? More known companies, celebrities maybe. Yeah, wealthy ones. So how can they secure their profile or their company, their data? What can be done to avoid this hacking? What can be improved? tracking is connected with what? Okay, safety. What kind of safety should be improved? Sensitive content means important information goes public. So now we have 3 problems and 3 solutions. Still, it's a lot. You cannot fit in these all into your paragraphs. There is not enough word count for you. That's why from here you will pick only 2, not overall 2, but 2 from the problems, 2 from the solutions, and you will write. Do not choose random solutions and random problems. Make sure they are directly connected to each other. Okay, now we are done with it. Do you have any questions regarding the test, this test? So your homework from this test is to do 2 readings and 2 writings. I will give you more than 1 day because it's really a lot. You have homeworks from your school, that's why. I will give you more time. Okay, if you don't have a question, I will move to the test part now, to vocabulary test. Can you see vocabulary test on the screen? Yes, can you see it clearly? Okay, perfect. Due to timing, we will do only first part of test 3 today. Okay, let's start. When he was a student, his father gave him monthly towards his expenses. Page number from the book is 305, in case if you want to do it in your own books. Your answer? Do you know all the words from here? Salary, wage, permission, money, allowance? You think A, how it's A if his father is giving him? If the student worked, there wouldn't be a need for the father to give the money monthly. Exactly, it's C, allowance. What does mean allowance? Allowance means пособие. Exactly, so against this one, his father was giving the money. Next, it seemed as if all of the animal had smelled danger in the air. All of a. Exactly, it's all of a sudden, from nowhere, unexpectedly. Next one, what do you think would be the of this ring if I were to sell it? No, now they are not talking about the quality. Now they are talking about the price itself. Exactly, they are talking about the cost. Police officers working on the murder have hundreds of families. Good job, Jasmine. Saidajim and Abdulaziz. They have questioned. The thief was to prison for 2 years. Instant answer, yes, it's C. He was a much older tennis player, but he had the grade of experience. Advantage, value, deal, profit, or help. Profit of experience? You cannot have profit of experience. There is no such thing of help of experience. Look, what is experience when you are applying for a job? Is it a disadvantage for you? Or what? Okay, I think I gave the best hint ever. To get my traveler's checks, I had to a special check to bank for the total amount. 7. Make for, you made something for someone, but here at that moment you had to do something. No, make up when you are making up something from nothing, it's, I have to say, making up a lie, let's say. But here you made something that you can hold, that you can request. I had to, come on guys. Thank you, Irada. It is make out. I had to make out a special check. You really need to repeat the phrasal verbs. He began to take politics only when he left school. Carefully, solemnly, bravely, strictly, or seriously. Exactly, seriously. Unless the workers' demands are soon, there will be strike. Demands needs to be met, exactly. The children thought that the cream was deliciously and they finished it all. Any options? Yes, it is. What does mean flavored? What is a flavor itself? Yes, Camille is correct. Это вкус, может быть, аромат. It's like what kind of flavor of ice creams we have? We have vanilla, chocolate, fruits. This is called flavor. And also in the cakes, when you have the creams, the taste of the creams, they are different. It's called flavor. Next one, the two scientists disagreed and an argument developed. What kind of argument could be developed here? Wet argument, sour argument, bitter argument, bitter or salty. I can say that A and D out immediately. Now you have bitter, bitter or salty. Salty argument. Have you ever heard of salty argument? Okay, girls, they are correct. It's the bitter argument. Please do not have salty argument. This theory from the work of certain early 20th century. Resists from insults, returns, results, or raises. It's like comes from, it's like a consequence, outcome. I hope I gave enough hints. Great, Bihrus. Yes, it results. It's not B because return means возвращаться обратно. So the theory cannot return. It should come from. Fear showed in the eyes of the young man while the old man looked tired and watery, wondering, wearing, wondered, or weary. D, wondering, no. Look, it's an old man. He's tired and no, look. What does mean fear? Fear comes when you are scary, right? The fear is in the eyes of a young man. He looked at this man and he can see that man is tired and okay, irada is correct. It's weary. Это когда человек усталый, утомленный, печальный. Next one. As he had no friends or relatives in the town, the traveler tried to find somewhere. Stay. Try to find a state. No. Could be, but no. There is one more suitable option available. Irada, your option could be correct, but try changing it. Look, as he had no friends or relatives in the town, the traveler tried to find In continuous, yes, it's D, lodging. After his journey, Jared hoped to find an inn in which to the night. Well done. In the central region, the dry season is long and severe, and the annual rainfall is only about 70 centimeters. Exactly, average annual. They cannot be general, greatest, longest, or refreshing. George took an eager look at the meal which everyone was looking forward to and sat down with the rest of the family. Exactly, the meal was tasty. Owing to an accident, traffic had to be to another road, redirected, sent, turned, misled, or extended. Key part is another road. When there's a traffic, what do? You try taking? Exactly. Option A is correct. Well-mannered children have usually been properly by their parents. Well done, brought up. Okay, we finished half of the test. And it's been more than 1 hour already. Do you have the power to continue, or you want to leave it for the next lesson? Remember, you have lots of homework to do also. Yes, Pihrus? If you have a question, go on. Yes, I am streaming it right now. Yes, I gave the homework. The homework is the test, 2 writings and 2 readings. Guys, do you have questions, the rest of you? Yeah, I realized you joined late. Okay, I will remind your homeworks again. It's a version 2 test. From there, we have done only the first reading. You have to do the next 2. And you have to write 1 email and 1 task 2.